Hello, my name is Martin Cowan, and I am the founder of the Fellowship of Reason. This is our Ancient Greek Language Study Group, and I am doing my homework out loud in preparation for our class on Wednesday, November the 7th, 2018. The word I want to go over today is an adjective that means much or many. And this adjective is found on page 63 of our Reading Greek text, Grammar and Exercises. This word is very familiar to English speakers. Polymath. Poly is the word in English, or is the stem in English, and what it means is many or much. So we have words like polygamy, polymath, polyamorous. There are many poly words. And here is a slide in which the adjective is declined. And so what I'm going to do is I have a couple of slides which sort of emphasize various parts of this declination that may help us understand the word. Also notice that we studied another word, polis, or polis, which meant city-state. And I don't know if there's a relationship between polis and polis, but obviously the city-state is where many people live, so maybe there is an etymological relationship. I don't know. So let's look at the first slide. And the point of this slide is to emphasize that these red words are the only places where the stem is a little bit different. The stem is always the same except for the nominative singular, masculine and neuter, and accusative singular, masculine and neuter. So you can see here that the stem is always pi, omicron, lambda, lambda throughout except for these four words. That helps perhaps in recreating this table from memory. Now here's a familiar slide. This slide emphasizes that all of the feminine endings correspond precisely to the endings for the definite article the in the feminine. All you have to do is remove the tau and you have the endings for this much, many word, and you can fill out the table from memory, at least in this part, remembering that the stem is consistent throughout here. All right, here's another slide that ought to be familiar too. This slide emphasizes the fact that in the genitive and the dative, masculine and neuter, both singular and plural, the words are the same. And so again, we have an opportunity to help memorize this table by recognizing this very common pattern. And finally, here is a slide that emphasizes the fact that the accentuation is memorable. You'll notice that the accent on all 24 of these words falls on the ultima, the last syllable of the word, and the accents are either acute or circumflex. And in the case of the nominative and accusative, it's always acute. In the case of the genitive and dative, it's always circumflex. So this is an observation that can help us when memorizing this table of 24 cells. So let me read these words. Paulus, palun, palu, palon, paloi, palus, palon, palois. That was the masculine. Here comes the feminine. Polei, polane, poles, polei, polai, polas, polon, polais. And finally the neuter. Polu, 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 polo, pola, pola, polon, polois. Okay, this is a relatively easy word. It's a very common word, and perhaps we can always recognize it as meaning much or many when we're doing our reading. And with the help of these memory suggestions, perhaps we can recreate the cell of this grid of 24 cells from memory. Okay, remember, I am a beginning student of ancient Greek. I am not an ancient Greek language teacher. I only play one on YouTube, so watch this video at your own risk. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye now.